Hi everyone, welcome to NeverMind Media. In today's episode we're gonna showcase this Volvo XC40 R-Design in glacier silver color. We would like to thank Alfutaim and Volvo for the amazing opportunity. Now, this Volvo XC40 comes with an R-Design package that consists in a dual tone paint, in this case black and glacier silver. That's an actual paint. The one on the top, there is no tint, nothing, it's actual paint. And these amazing headlights, that's a very sleek, unique design. They will be the unique car on the road, I have to say. The R-Design package comes with 18 inches width, the diamond cut, and are wrapped in Pirelli P0s. They have to say they have a very nice grip on the road. There is no vibration, there is no noise, but at the same time it gives so much comfort. Heading to the rear end of the car, we can see the Volvo maintained the heritage with this L-shaped taillight. And Volvo with this XC40 model, they're still having these very modern lines that we can see from the front end all the way to the back of the car. In the Volvo XC40, it's very easy to enter thanks to these amazing seats. They are sort of bucket seats, sporty, where you can find leather with a very nice stitching and microfiber. This XC40 comes with a R-Design steering wheel, very comfortable, very easy to drive, and as we can see, we can regulate it. You can pull it, push it, and move it up, down. We can adapt to any situation. Volvo came up with this very unique design for door panels, where we have so much space, where you can fit so much stuff. And this has been designed to fit also laptops, because many people, they keep laptops on their seats, and during car crashes or hard brakes the laptop tends to fly from the car. So in this case you can fit your laptop inside. Once inside the Volvo XC40, we can see that the screen is very driver oriented. It's facing you and you don't need to tilt your head too much to see it. Once it's on, we can see that it has 3 different pages, where we have the main one showing the radio, the maps, that are very capable. Then we can come back to the main one and we go here and we have many different options like the radio, the Bluetooth, sound experience, car status, where it can tell you all the messages regarding any problems, tire pressure monitor system, if the car needs any service. But the most important feature of Volvo, since Volvo aims to the highest level of security and safety, we have on this side, we have all the safety assistance that we need in the car, like the collision avoidance from the front, we have the lane keeping aid, the blind system alert, cross traffic alert, road sign information. All of this can be deactivated from this screen if you want. Also in this car we can see around us, we have 14 Harman Kardon speakers that are giving us a very unique sound experience that's amazing. This center console comes also with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can connect through USB cable your phone. And here in the compartment we also have a wireless charger for your phone, so you just need to slide your phone in and that's it, it gets charged. Here we have this very minimalist gear selector, and it's very easy to reach from your steering wheel. You just lower your arm and you reach it. Here we have the R and D, like in usual car, but instead of moving the lever, you just tap and the car just choose whatever you want to add, and you press the P for parking. Here you have the parking brake, auto hold, very easy to use, nothing too complicated, and I like it. In this vehicle, for being a compact SUV, I feel that it has quite a spacious legroom. Even if I want to relax a bit, I still have space. As well as for the ceiling, it's quite high and it gives me a good allowance for my head. This car also comes with USB-C here in the center and 2 AC vents for each passenger. This XC40 R-Design comes with a very interesting trunk. It opens automatically and it's quite spacious. Here we have this panel that we can open and fold, and it gives us extra space, as well as these 3 hangers where we can put our grocery bags so they don't fall. Very useful. Welcome to Jebejais, this mountain of Ras Al Khaimah, and it's where we decided to test the driving of this Volvo XC40 R-Design. And I can say that the steering wheel feels quite light because it's meant to be driven in the city and to be easy to park. So it has a very light feeling that it's quite a bit uncomfortable if you're not used to it. But at the same time, it starts to be fun once you get used to it. Like in the corners, it starts to be playful, but at the same time, there is that something missing. But we need to remember that this is not a sports car, and it's a car meant for the street. Car we have different drive modes. Now at the moment I'm using the comfort one. For everyday use we can choose dynamic and eco, and if I switch to dynamic, the car completely changes and it feels more responsive. The steering becomes stiffer and it gives a very different feeling, like it wants to push you. This Volvo XC40 comes with a T4 engine. That's a 4-cylinder 2-liter with 190 horsepower and comes with 300 Nm of torque, and I have to say it's very responsive. It's sufficient for the city, it's not too much, but at the same time it's very responsive. It's quite fun to use, especially if you put in dynamic, because the steering becomes more stiff and it gives you a better response on the driving. It's quite fun as a car, and you wouldn't think that it's an SUV. I completely forgot that it's an SUV. I would think that it's like a sedan or a hatchback. I would say that it's like a hatchback because it's very short and compact, and so it's super responsive, especially for the R-Design suspensions. They are quite stiff. The rolling of the car, it's very nice. It's asking you to give it to the car, but we need to remember it's still an SUV. So maybe if you want to spec your car, you should get maybe not the R suspensions, maybe the comfort ones if you want to daily use it. So this specific model of the XC40 comes with the R-Design steering wheel, and optional you can have the paddles that I would find very easier to drive in this case, because we're on a mountain road and I like to have that sporty feeling. But still, I can put in manual and I can change as I want, shifting left to right. it's just something that I don't really like, because left and right I don't feel it natural. I would feel it more natural if it was like back and forth. Another interesting feature of the Volvo XC40 is the road sign information, where the Volvo IntelliSafe reads the surrounding and any road sign that you're encountering. The Volvo XC40 will show it on your cluster. The same sign that you will see it on the cluster, reminding you at what speed you need to go if you cannot pass a car, etc. Plus, on the speed and the speedometer, you will see a red line telling you which is the speed. This model comes with a lot of optionals, like the collision avoidance, lane keeping aid, blind spot system identification. But in this case, driving up the mountain, I found the lane keeping aid quite invasive, because it wouldn't let me drive properly the car. It was pushing me out of the corner and I found it not safe enough, so I prefer to deactivate it. But if I drive in a highway, it's very, very useful, especially if you're in the traffic, because it helps you to maintain your lane. And very, very useful is the blind spot identification system, because on the mirrors we can see some red lines, and it will tell you if in your blind spot there is a car, and it will help you to see what you cannot see. And I find it very, very useful. I never experienced this in any other car, and I'm in love with this car. Even being not a passionate of SUVs, I like this car. And it sounds weird to me to say it, and I like an SUV. It's the first SUV where I find the seating position that's not too high and the visibility is very good. The pillars are in a good position, except I find for my height, the pillars behind here, behind my head and behind the passenger, those I found them a bit invasive, because sometimes I cannot see while I need to go and join another road. They're a bit invasive, but the blind spot system helps you to see if there is a car, so I can forgive that. Overall, this car, it's nice to drive. I don't have anything to say. I would recommend this car, especially because it feels so sporty. Even though Volvo doesn't want you to feel the car sporty, they want to have a car that's comfortable and safe. In this case, they did an amazing job with this engine, especially with the dynamic mode. It will help you to have this feeling of sport that maybe on the Polestar you have, but since I never tried the Polestar yet, I cannot really say it. So far, the R-Design, it really amazed me. The first day I was a bit skeptical, because I'm not a fan of SUVs, and because of that I was like, maybe it's a normal car and I won't have fun. It will just have safety features and that's it. But it really passed my expectations, and I'm really enjoying this car. I've been having this car for 4 days now, and it's amazing. I would keep it. If I could, I would keep it just for daily use, or if you need to give it to your wife. Nothing else to say. It's very fun to drive.